Hello, I'm Clayton.
And I'm Michael.
Welcome to Silver Screen Rejects, our new show that focuses on film, TV, video games, pop culture, and whatever else we feel like talking about because it's our show.
We'll have guests, discussions, we'll be playing games and watching movies, and we'll be providing weekly content for your viewing pleasure. And now, without further ado, we bring you the first episode of Silver Screen Rejects. Cue the intro. No, not that video. Please, no. Cut it, get off, the intro!
So today we have our friend Rudy Ferguson on the show. Rudy's a young filmmaker up at FSU. Rudy, how about you tell us about yourself?
How you guys doing today? My name is Rudy Ferguson. Glad to be on the show with you guys. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a writer and producer, producing my first feature film called The Project. We'll be releasing to IMAX theaters this year, 2017, in Tallahassee, Florida. Just glad to be on the show, guys. Definitely glad to be a part of this first episode.
So, how about you tell us a little bit about the movie?
Basically,
you don't want to give away too much of the plot or anything.
Alright, basically this movie, The Project, is a found footage movie. Basically, it's about a kid named Andrew who uses reverse psychology to have his, peers that are making the movie kill themselves based on their own addiction.
So from what I got from what you're saying, it sounds like you're going for more of like a Hitchcockian approach to more of a thriller than a horror, because instead of because I mean a lot of horror movies admittedly are, oh hey look, here's a loud noise or a quick cut, that means you're supposed to be scared. It's not something that actually is frightening, it's more just like startling to see. But if you go for that more thriller aspect of it, I feel like you're kind of digging into the more primal emotions of just being terrified of something. Right. Which I think a good recent example of that would be something like The Babadook.
Of course, I was expecting more based off the trailer. And when it comes to movies, I feel like they can send mixed signals at times. Because you would think you're going to see a creature film. Yeah. Watching the trailer. But there's nothing like that at all. You're not going to see a creature. Especially not in the end when you're expecting to see, the big ending when it comes to...
It's a very, very anticlimactic ending.
Right. It makes you feel like, wow, I didn't feel that feeling that I was expecting to see in the end. And so when I made this movie, I made sure that you was on the edge of your seat the whole entire time in the theater.
So it's time for Bottom of the Barrel, a new segment of ours where we look at films that are not so fondly remembered. Join us in our search for the worst. This is Bottom of the Barrel. And now, for our feature presentation, Maximum Overdrive. That piercing noise we were just
My name is Stephen King. I've written several motion pictures.
But I want to tell you about... He does not blink once in this trailer.
He doesn't.
His eyes just get wider and wider.
He's so scary looking.
What in the dickens is going on around here?
A lot of people have directed Stephen King novels and stories. And I finally decided if you want something done right, you ought to do it yourself.
So basically, this is a movie from 1986. Stephen King thought it would be a good idea to direct his own film, based on his own book. There's a book called Trucks. The book's called Trucks. The movie's called Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, it's like the much cheesier version of Duel.
Yeah, it's kind of like Duel. Steven Spielberg, if it was a terrible movie.
You want a war? You got one.
It's got Emilio Estevez in it, though.
Emilio Estevez, so that kind of saves it. There's a lot going on with Emilio.
I think that Stephen King...
Rudy, you look a little,
confused.
You look a little disgruntled.
At first, I thought, like, watching the trailer.
I mean, this is horror.
We're watching the trailer right this second. This is a trailer.
Oh, he's gonna scare the hell out of you.
This is an actual trailer. Stephen King thought that this would get people excited.
So if you couldn't get it from this trailer, basically a comet flies over the earth that makes all machines sentient.
Oh, we'll get to that.
With a pure bloodlust for humans. And that's the antagonist right there. Mr. Green Goblin ripoff.
The antagonist is a Green Goblin ripoff turned into a truck.
Yep.
Oh. So a comet went across the earth.
And it made all the machines sentient and want to kill humans.
Wow, that's a good movie. I want to see that movie.
Oh man.
All right,
man. I just love the mise en scene in that movie.
So we got
really great.
We got a highlight reel that we're gonna show you.
Let's
it's some of the best parts of the movie.
So, you know, obviously every good movie has to tell you exactly what's going on.
Of course.
And the Earth is surrounded by the blob.
Music all by AC/DC, as you see right there. So this is an early scene in the film where a drawbridge
opens on its own.
Open on its own.
Because, I mean, absolutely terrifying.
We're coming up to the part.
I mean, there's
Death
melons
by Melon.
flying through
Death
the
by
air.
Melon. I love this.
Oh, and now he's falling under the bridge.
It's falling under the bridge, kind of. They couldn't get that.
Oh
shot.
man, Melon Driver's got to get away. He's killed so many people in adversity.
I'm responsible for so many melon deaths.
I screamed! The crossbars never went down!
Look, I can't understand what anyone's saying in this whole movie.
No, you really can't.
Here's an introduction to our main character, Emilio Estevez.
Better known by Stephen King as Martin Sheen's son.
Here's one of my favorite parts.
Oh yeah.
Your mom!
Your mama.
Your mom.
Like, what?
Here's what happens when you stare into a nozzle of gas.
Oh, right in the eyes.
Oh, he's done.
It's like
He's
the
done.
spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park that kills Newman.
You got gas in your eyes.
Oh, ready for the electric carver of death, you know. Usually I use these for carving turkeys, but here...
They're good for something else.
Something else, ooh. And just decides to attack.
I love this part because he knew exactly what to do. He's like,
Ready-
oh, it's
ready for
alive?
this? Ready for this? Finish it.
Hammer that shit. Just hammer.
Stop. Hammer time.
Nail it.
Fun day of...
Here's either
Little
the
League
Sandlot
Baseball.
or Bad News Bears going on.
Yeah, you got the Sandlot.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's all fun games until somebody gets hit in the face with a soda can, right?
Oh, and right in the
I
forehead.
think that's the kill shot. Get the kids with the soda.
You do what I said with this money?
I love this scene. Still can't understand anyone in this movie.
Sure. Pretty crispy, Mr. Hendershot. What happened?
Fucked if I know, Bubba. Fucked if I know.
You guys need to watch this movie and see all the failures.
I mean,
I just
we
can't
just
believe they
did.
actually sat down
You know what
and
the
thought this
secret
would
was?
be a great movie.
You know what the secret was?
What?
A lot of cocaine.
All right, Bubba. Stick it up your whole thing.
I love the rocket launcher that he pulls out from nowhere.
Well, obviously it's out in the basement.
Still can't understand anyone in this goddamn movie.
Nope. It's a mixture of
Reload
real
me,
and
boy.
nonsense.
Give me a reload. Look at how they walk. They waddle away. Look at this. The porn music playing.
The world's most sexually charged embrace in all of cinema.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought it was finna kiss.
Nope.
No,
So did I.
just a hug. Just a nice
Just
embrace.
a real nice...
How do you do?
Oh, here's the first homage to Apocalypse Now.
So, we have this theory that because it's Emilio Estevez, Martin Sheen's son, that Stephen King decided to put several homages to Apocalypse Now, and that's the first of basically
More like
3.
very aggressive wink wink.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, here's the second
Here's
one.
the second homage, we believe, to Apocalypse Now.
Historians still debate to this day about this fact.
Yeah, we don't know how accurate that is. So I like this foot action. I don't
think
know
this-
why I like
you
the
know,
foot action.
I think this inspired Tarantino.
Feet first.
He's undefeated.
Look, I hate the sky effect.
It looks
I
like
can't get
it
over
looks
the
like
sky.
From Dusk Till Dawn, but From Dusk Till Dawn was purposely done cheesy like that. Like this, I feel like he did this and didn't mean for it to be like cheesy.
I don't like the way it just moves back and forth.
Yeah, it just kind of.
It just kind of
It looks like
warps
they're just
and
stretching a
wobbles.
piece of Jill.
Look at how giddy they are after this.
They're like, yeah, we blew
Look
it
how
up,
giddy.
guys. We did it. So giddy.
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Basically a golf cart.
What a boy. You got one.
Hey man, I would do that.
This movie is so quotable. You guys are gonna learn that.
Didn't you understand?
Want to know?
You can't do this! We made you!
Oh, and she wasted her. And she grew up a beard. Like, come on.
It's a classic, we made you. He thought that would really catch on. People would be shouting, we made you. Hey, we made them.
I think that line was put in there because they had the AC/DC song "Who Made Who," and now she's answering that song. We made you.
Oh, okay.
I really think that's what Kim was going for. Right?
I like that. That's deep. So here's the part of the movie where the trucks begin using Morse code to communicate.
I think that this kid must be an Eagle Scout, like for his survival skills, and he knows Morse code.
He knows Morse code for some weird reason.
It's Morse.
Obviously, it's Morse.
It's Morse, of course. Here's where he tries to push gas on him like a drug dealer.
The main line's open. I got the best shit on the East Coast, practically uncut.
He literally tries to push gas drugs on this truck. About halfway in the film, the trucks are running out of gas, right? So, and they're at a gas station, so they need help getting gas. So there is, in true 80s fashion, there is a gas montage.
To AC/DC numbers.
So here's the part where this kid it goes straight up G, stands up to the bully.
This is for my dad, you not enough son of a bitch.
He looks like Scarface right there.
It's for my dad.
Oh, and then I love his line after this.
I don't want this anymore.
So, some thoughts on the movie?
What'd you think, Rudy?
That movie was, at its best, completely horrible.
Yo, mama!
I guess it's because of the time difference from the 80s.
Yo, mama!
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like at the same time, there are movies from that time period that are campy, but in all the right ways. Like Army of Darkness, I think.
I don't see how that movie got funded.
Yo, mama!
To become.
Well, it's Stephen King.
Yeah, I think out of all the success of his other, his books that were adapted into movies, that when he came up to whatever studio produces and said, "Hey, I want to make a movie," and they didn't even bother to ask, they just gave him a check. And we're like, "All right, here, make it. It'll probably sell." Which, I mean, if you want to
did.
Actually, this movie cost $9 million to make. It grossed $7.5 million at the domestic box offices.
I can see why though.
Yo, mama!
The time has come, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, it's time for the Battle Royale. It's time for Hollywood Heavyweights.
Yeah. We're going to take a look at 16 of the finest Hollywood has to offer and face them off in a battle royale. Basically, we're going to be looking at 16 characters from movies, and we're going to be deciding who would kick whose ass. And today, the competing champions are Bale Batman from the Dark Knight series.
Yes.
Of course, franchise. We got the Drunken Master. We got Leon the Professional. John Wick. Jaws. The Xenomorph from Alien. Yeah, we got Jaws. We got
Jaws in there. Is he fighting on land or is he fighting on water? We will find out.
We got Agent J from Men in Black. We got Anton from No Country for Old Men.
And on the other side of the bracket, we have Han Solo going off against Indiana Jones. We have Ash from the Evil Dead series going off against Snake Plissken from the Escape From series. We have the Bride from Kill Bill going off against Cameron Poe. Nick Cage himself as an escaped convict who really just is telling you to put the bunny in the box.
Con Air.
Then, we got the Terminator going up against Rocky IV. And I say 4 because this isn't just Rocky from any of the movies.
No.
We're talking about the Rocky who beat communism into submission with the power of his fists and that slurred Sylvester Stallone's golden voice. Alright, so first in the competition, we have Bale Batman, the Dark Knight himself, squaring off against Drunken Master.
Can you do a Dark Knight?
Huh? Where are they? Where is she? Where are they? Where's Harvey Dent? Where's Harvey?
Yours is
pretty good.
Pretty good. Mine sounds good. Okay, so both are skilled in martial arts.
Yes.
One's a superhero. We have to keep that in mind.
Okay, but he's not superhuman. He's not superhuman. He's
not
a
superhuman
human
by any means.
And he is just a master of his expertise of martial arts.
Right.
Which arguably, Jackie Chan in Drunken Master is the Batman of drunken boxing. The more alcohol you give this man, the harder he's gonna fight and fight back and humiliate his opponents.
I think Batman will win.
You think Batman would win?
Why do you think Batman would win?
I don't think that Batman's going to allow him to drink anything.
But no. He's not gonna allow him to
But
drink.
then again, what if they're in a bar fight? We don't. What's the venue that they're fighting in?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it has to be a place where they're both on equal ground.
They're fighting in that scene in The Matrix
but he
where
has
Morpheus
gadgets,
is
though.
training.
Yeah,
Neo.
or just random.
So it's like random.
So
it's like a Mortal Kombat level.
So that means the Drunken Master can summon alcohol at his whim.
Batman would use his gadgetry.
Okay, but if
he has a Batmobile.
He has a Batmobile, but if are they gonna have just a fist fight here?
Okay.
Are they doing their martial arts prowess against each other? Or can he whip out like bat knockout spray?
If Batman can beat Bane, he can definitely beat up a Chinese guy.
All right, so let's cast the votes for the round. Michael, you start out.
I think Keaton Batman could beat him. But Bale Batman, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Drunken Master. Ooh, Rudy. Where's your vote going?
I actually like George Clooney as Batman than any other Batman.
Obviously, he's just the greatest.
But
the bat nipples really bring out the
really felt like
the bat nipples. The bat nipples got me.
Alright, so
the bat nipples.
I'm gonna go with the black man. I mean,
the black. There's neither. Neither of them are black.
I gotta hand it to Drunken Master.
Next up, we have Leon the Professional versus John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick? I mean, they're both Hitman, but I mean, yeah, I gotta agree with you on the John Wick. I mean, he kills a man with a pencil, and that scene in John Wick 2 where they're walking through the subway and silently shooting at each other. I mean, Leon the Professional is a great movie. Don't get me wrong. And the ending of it is amazing, but I really do think that John Wick is the one that's going to come out alive out of this.
Every single time.
I think in the end, Leon's got too much heart. Okay.
So let's tally up the votes. Mike?
It's John Wick.
John Wick?
John Wick.
Unanimous John Wick. All right. And up next, we have...
Okay, this one's interesting. We got Jaws versus Alien. Ocean versus space.
So where is this being fought? In water
this is being
or in
fought
space?
in space ocean.
Space ocean. So we're basically in a giant space bubble filled with water and some of it and some land.
Basically, Jaws is like a god. He can fight anywhere. So I mean, this is a serious question. We
Okay, so really the question here is giant shark or penis monster?
I'll go with the penis monster.
You're gonna go with the penis monster?
Monster?
I don't know. I think that Jaws. I mean, Alien. Yeah, it's got its whole fearsome alienness. I mean, it's a xenomorph for God's sakes. I mean, I would not want to be stuck with one of those, but. I don't know. I think if Jaws can get in close enough to get a bite on the xenomorph, I think it's all Jaws.
It depends.
But I think if the xenomorph can stay out of his way, because I don't know how the xenomorph swims.
Does the xenomorph have an oxygen tank and a rifle?
Well, the thing about xenomorphs is that they adapt to the environment in which they were born in.
Yeah.
So if we're saying the xenomorph was born in water, or even from Aquaman or a mermaid, he would be adapted to fight this fight. So I think in that case it would be on a pretty level playing field. At that point.
Vote.
Alien.
Xenomorph.
I'm going with Jaws, but it doesn't matter.
It's too late. It's Xenomorph.
All right.
Okay, next up we got Agent J versus Anton from No Country for Old Men.
I mean, Agent J, you got the goofy Agent J versus the super serious, I want to murder you face Anton. But honestly, I'm leaning towards Agent J just because he's got the weaponry from the Men in Black.
Agent J's got the weaponry. He's got
Anton
the high-tech government weaponry. All Anton has
is that face. I think Will Smith's just going to break out into getting jiggy with it as Agent J, and I think he's going to come out on top. All right. So let's do a vote.
Let's vote. Agent
Rudy?
J.
I'm going Anton. I don't see Will Smith, Agent J.
This is tough. It comes down to me for the tiebreaker, but
anybody.
I just got to go with the weaponry that Agent J has over Anton. I mean, Anton, he's a great hitman and he just wants to murder everyone, but I really think Agent J is going to come out on top. All right. So for our next fight, we got the Battle of the Fords. It's coming down to it. It's going to be Han Solo versus Indiana Jones. I got to look at it this way. On the one hand, we have Indiana Jones. He's an archaeology professor. Yeah, egghead. But honestly, he's Indiana Jones. His only real weakness is if you throw a snake at him. And there's no snakes in space. On the other hand, Han Solo. You know, he's the dashing rogue smuggler. I mean, I like the theatrical cuts of the original trilogy. I think that Han shot first because he's the kind of man that he's not going to take any risks. Yeah, and he's got a blaster. Indy's got a gun. But I think in the end that Indy's going to have more determination than Han.
So yeah, I mean, Han Solo's just a pilot. Indiana Jones is an explorer. He's got that whip.
He does, and he gets into fistfights all the time. Like, that's part of his job, basically, is fighting hand-to-hand. Han Solo is more used to flying a spaceship, so... I really think I'm going to have to give this fight to Indiana Jones. What about you guys?
I'm going to have to go with Indiana.
I like Indiana.
Indiana.
Yep. All right.
Next up, we got Ash Williams from The Evil Dead and Snake Plissken from the Escape franchise. Now I'm going to have to just start off, immediately and just say Snake's eye patch looking pretty badass right now.
But the eye patch is badass, but remember, Ash has a chainsaw for a goddamn hand.
Right.
It's hard to get more badass than a chainsaw hand and a boomstick.
I'm gonna have to go with Snake. Or no, my bad. I'm gonna have to go with Ash.
Yeah, you think Ash?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ash.
I'm gonna go with Ash.
All right, this one goes to Ash. All right, so up next, we got The Bride from Kill Bill versus Cameron Poe from Con Air. Nick Cage versus Uma Thurman. What do you guys think? I mean, she's got a katana. He's got that smile.
She's got a katana, he's got that smile. It's a match made in heaven. You know what? I'm going to have to go with The Bride.
So basically, Cameron Poe is a special forces agent who gets sent to jail because a drunk guy ends up groping his wife at a bar, and Cameron Poe ends up just going in there and killing him, and he gets charged with manslaughter because the government deemed his body a weapon. On the other hand, you have The Bride, who's the leader of the Deadly Viper assassination squad.
I'm going to go with The Bride.
I'm gonna go with Cameron Poe.
I'm going with The Bride. She's going to be quicker than Poe.
Yeah.
So next up we got The Terminator versus Rocky, but not just Rocky. We got Rocky from Rocky 4. Now, let me just start off by saying Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, he's a robot. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But he is a robot.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that the whole point of Rocky is a boxer. I mean, yes, he did defeat the entire concept of communism with his fists, but I don't think he's going to be able to punch and do any damage to that steel titanium frame. He's just going to be breaking his own hands doing that. The Terminator is going to take one look at him, swat him aside, and it's going to be over. So as much as I hate to say this, I think I'm going to have to give this one to Schwarzenegger and the Terminator.
He can beat communism. He can't beat Schwarzenegger. I'm going to have to go with the Terminator.
I like Terminator.
Vote for the Terminator.
All right. Ooh, so we got Drunken Master versus John Wick here.
Drunken Master versus John Wick.
I like John Wick.
I got to be honest, I think it's John Wick.
Yeah, I mean, the man killed another man with a pencil.
And if he gets close to his puppy, just forget it.
Oh, God. Don't touch that man's puppy, because he will literally destroy half the Russian mafia.
It's John Wick. Alien versus Agent J.
Alien.
See, here's an interesting one.
This is actually interesting. We have an actual alien versus a Men in Black. And
I think Agent J is going to be properly equipped.
He is. He's properly equipped.
This is his job.
This is literally what he was trained to do, and I think that if he can take down a cockroach monster, he can take down the alien.
I think so.
That's true.
I mean, Agent J ain't no slouch.
I'm going to have to go with Agent J.
I like Agent J.
Agent J.
Agent J.
Agent J all the way. Indiana Jones versus Ash.
Ooh,
that's a tricky one.
See, the thing here is that if Indiana Jones tries to go with his whip, Ash can catch it with his chainsaw hand and
he can just cut that whip.
So he's not any threat from the whip. And he's got a shotgun, and Indiana Jones has a pistol. So I think this comes down to who's going to be quicker and who's going to be able to take a hit if they get shot. So I'm going to have to give this one to Indy, but what about you guys?
You like Ash?
Or no, I'm going to have to give this one to Ash. Sorry.
You're giving this
I completely...
And you're Ash?
I messed up my train of thought.
Ash it is. Ash it is. Ash kicked his ass.
Alright.
He kicked his ass.
Ooh.
Bride versus the Terminator.
You see, okay, so where Rocky failed before with just being a boxer, the Bride has a katana and she can get inside of his skin and because when you see when he has his skin melted off, he has a inside beneath the exoskeleton.
Right. If the Bride can somehow get him next to molten steel,
lava.
Molten
or
lava.
Steel, yeah.
Molten steel.
He'll go down with the thumbs up.
She has a chance. Yeah, he'll go down.
Yeah.
If Sarah Connor can beat the Terminator,
I think the Bride can.
I think the Bride can beat the Terminator.
I like the Bride.
I'm going with the Bride.
All right.
Next up.
Ooh.
John Wick versus Agent J.
John Wick. That's not a conversation.
No. I don't know. I think that I do think in the long run, I think Agent J is too cocky, and John Wick is very precise with his movements and doesn't make mistakes. He is a one-track mind, and that track is killing anyone in front of him. Mm-hmm. And I think that in the end, he's going to find a way to get rid of Agent J. Even with that little pistol that can destroy him with one shot, I think he's going to find a way.
John Wick.
John Wick for sure.
We're going with John
Wick.
Ash versus the Bride.
Ooh, Ash versus the Bride. See, okay, here's my train of thought on this.
What?
Ash is going to get distracted, as he does in all the Evil Dead movies, by anyone of the female sex.
He's going to think she's hot.
And so he's going to start trying to talk her up and everything, and she's just going to come at him with a katana and get him while he's standing there trying to do that before he can he's going to let his guard down. So I really think this is just
I'm heading into
Bride.
the Bride.
I like the Bride.
Yeah.
I'm heading into the Bride.
I'm giving it
the Bride. Oh, and this is the finals, right?
Ooh, this is the
John
finals.
Wick versus the Bride.
This is a tough one. They're both assassins. They're both badass as hell.
They both don't take no shit.
I mean, look at those. Look at those two faces. They're both determined to just murder everything in their path.
John Wick.
But
You're
see,
going with John Wick?
John Wick took out like about the same amount of people in the Russian mafia as she takes out with the crazy
shot in his rib. And still killed people.
She got shot in the head.
They're both badass.
I mean, he got stabbed in the ribs, and he had his wife die, and she got shot in the head
and survived it.
They both kill about the same amount of people in each movie.
They keep asking me at my back. Well, yeah.
This is very interesting. I'm gonna have to go with John Wick because I've never seen the Bride with a gun. I don't think.
But she can. But if she gets close enough, she can do the 5 points of death.
Right.
He's not gonna let her get that close.
But I mean, but they could if she can keep him out of range with his gun.
Straight.
And they get into hand-to-hand combat, which it probably will happen.
John Wick. Straight hands, John Wick.
You think straight hands is John Wick?
Weapons?
He's coming prepared.
John Wick.
He's coming prepared.
I don't know. I mean, she's come prepared too, though. I know. I'm gonna give my vote for the Bride because I honestly think it would be a close battle, and she would be leaving limping and near death. But I think in the end, she's gonna have the determination to pull through and get rid of John Wick.
I'm going with John Wick. What do you think, Rudy?
I'm going with John Wick. John Wick is a badass.
And that's it. The games are over. The new Hollywood heavyweight champion is John Wick.
Not denying John Wick's not a badass. He is.
He's the boogeyman.
I mean, he's the boogeyman. And have you seen Keanu Reeves doing actual like competitive gun shooting and like gun fu type stuff?
Yeah, he's actually good.
He actually does a lot of stunts. Yeah. I mean, if we're going by the actors, Keanu Reeves over Uma Thurman, just because Keanu Reeves dedicates himself to his roles so much.
And he's such a good actor.
He is such a good actor.
He's such a good actor.
Give Keanu Reeves more roles.
And give him an Academy Award.
God damn it, give this man an Oscar.
I could just lie here all day, cut school, soak up the rays.
Rudy, thanks again for joining us today.
No problem, man. I'm really glad you guys invited me for the first episode.
Yeah, we're happy to have you out, man.
Silver Screen Rejects.
And you can find out more about Rudy's movie on Instagram at theprojectmovie_.
Okay, join us next week, Friday at 7. We'll have a new episode for you with our friends Gage and Elijah joining us.
And if you guys enjoyed what you saw tonight, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later.